Welcome back to Showcase Pittsburgh on KDKA-TV. I'm John Klein. Today, 7 businesses. We have Dr. Anthony DeCesaro from Whitehall Health Center and Laser Spa, Danielle Bodner from Life Pittsburgh, Dr. Nathan Lockery from Aspen Dental, Cookie Harris and Frank Petrosky from New Image Hair Clinic. But right now, our houses will be warmer. Mike Madden from USA Insulation. Welcome back to Showcase Pittsburgh and Happy New Year.
Thanks, John. You too.
This is prime time. I know because my wife is always calling saying the house is cold, the house is cold. You have to get a lot of calls like that every day.
This time of
year. I
year,
deal with one a day. You get a lot.
Absolutely. This time of year, yeah, you know, it's the old saying, older is colder. So these older homes, people are really feeling it this time of year, and it's very cold this morning. You felt it. That's exactly the nature of the calls, you know.
Is this something that it peaks in January, February, or are you busy here for the next 90 days until the weather breaks?
The busiest season really starts in November, but right now it's at its busiest. So we're encouraging people to call right away to take advantage of this free energy consultation. There's a couple of good reasons, John, right now why people should be calling. Number one, get it looked at now. Get your energy savings consultation looked at now. It's no cost. And if you decide that you do need work and you want to go through us to do it, the energy tax credit is back.
Well, before we get to that, let's talk about what is the energy consultation. When you come out, what actually happens when you go in somebody's home?
We come out and we're going to try to diagnose where the problems start and what we can do to solve them. I've brought in this infrared camera a couple of times that we've looked at. This is a very sophisticated piece of machinery.
That shows heat and cold in color.
It does, yes. It shows heat signatures and differences. So we see a wall that's completely blue on this camera. Well, that's a cold wall, and people can feel it. They know that it's cold, but this shows it very vividly.
When you aim that around houses, are there different areas that would be colder and heat losing sources more than others that we might not think about?
Yeah, and you're asking what areas generally are going to need insulation more than others. Yeah. And I mean, 2 big basics: walls, attic. Everybody knows about their attic. We have a very nice product that we use to insulate attics, but a lot of people don't know that their walls can be re-insulated, and with a great foam product.
If you have an older house, and a lot of houses in Pittsburgh are older, they probably, if they were built before a certain year, they don't even have insulation in the walls.
Right. Remember, John, older equals colder.
I got it.
In the older homes, we have found that, yes, a lot of times no insulation at all, but it gets better. Sometimes we find an older home with insulation in it, but here's the rub. That insulation is so badly deteriorated that it's lost all of its effectiveness. So we can come in and replace that with a modern, state-of-the-art foam insulation.
And I would assume with technology over the years, even if you have a house from 40 years ago that did have insulation in it, the technology of insulation then compared to what we can do or what you can do today is totally different.
Exactly, exactly. It's an antiquated product that's in there. We can put today's state-of-the-art, cutting-edge foam insulation, which has the highest R value. And let me explain that real briefly. Sure. So that we don't have to answer it on the phones. People ask all the time, what's this R value? Resistance to heat transfer. So in an uninsulated house, you have the cold coming through uninhibited. It's just coming right through, and your furnace can't keep up. Very high R value with the foam in the walls. The cold can't come through. The heat can't escape.
So you're sealing the heat inside the house, which is definitely what you want. And it also goes around, you know, the electrical outlets and tops of doors and everywhere that might be a place that air's just pouring out.
Yeah, yep.
Can you do every kind of house?
Just about. I mean, brick, one of our specialties. People who live in brick homes feel like they have to live with it because there's probably no way. We can show you a really nice way to do it. Siding, vinyl or aluminum, stucco, cedar shake. Pretty much any kind of house.
But is that something once you leave there are big holes and plugs in the side of the house? I've seen that with some other companies.
I know, and that's what you may think, and we do face that fear all the time, but we leave homes as good or better than what we found them.
So you'll actually remove some of the siding and go in and then put it back on so it's like you were never there in the first place.
That's correct.
You mentioned savings. So energy, what is this? A rebate is back again, did you say?
Okay, very exciting for us, John. The energy tax credit, it went away last year. It came back this year. It's part of an incentive for this fiscal cliff that people were very concerned about. Well, the government is trying to do what they can. We are encouraging people to take advantage of this. This is up to $500 off. Not off, I'm sorry, as a rebate from the government at the end of the year.
So how does that work? So whatever they pay you at the end of the year on their taxes, they're going to pay $500 less, or they get a rebate back from.
That's correct, and we are adding to that by giving, with a show special today. If people call in, we're going to add $250 to that, which brings the entire savings to $750 if they call today.
How long is the government rebate good for?
We hope all year.
Oh, but you don't know.
We never know. So we hope all year, but it's going on now.
Okay.
So we're encouraging people to take advantage.
Okay,
now.
take advantage of that, and then the extra $250 off is, how long are we going to let that go?
We're going to let that go to the end of January.
End of January? Okay, so pick up the phone and call. Your house will be warmer. You won't be complaining about it's chilly. Somebody in your house won't be saying, me, put a sweatshirt on. See? Yeah, that's it. And is your house done?
My house is done, yes.
Noticeable difference? I mean, you've had customers and clients in here before who just gush.
If you ask me, then you're going to get the obvious answer. You should ask my wife, and she'll tell you the truth. And it's night and day. The difference is night and day when you insulate the house. Happy
wife, happy life. That's what it's about. We've learned a lot today. If you want to know more on how to save money and get a warm house, call Mike, 412-492-SAVE. Maybe even ask for his wife, or log on to the website too at usainsulation.net. If you'd like to be on our show, call us, 412-575-2400, or you can email us too at showcase@kdka.com. Dr. Anthony DeCesaro from the Whitehall Health Center and Laser Spa on the way next on Showcase Pittsburgh.